Alright, y'all, so we got good news. Great win for Johnny. Great win for Johnny. You know, the judge has denied the dismissal. 2 counts, one she's gonna get advisement on. It's denied, so we carry the fuck on. And Amber, Johnny's team has rested their case. Amber's team is now coming in, they're starting with this forensic psychologist. She's starting off with all her fucking, like, qualifications, credentials, all that shit. Look at Amber. Look at her. What face is that? What the fuck face is that? So she's talking about her qualifications. They're asking her questions about defining things and this, that, and other. I believe it's Elaine questioning her, but it's so crazy, the stark contrast of the tone that Elaine is asking the questions to her witness, how she's being more respectful, how she's not interrupting, cutting off, compared to how she did for Johnny's witnesses. Yes, they're on the other side, they're on the other team, they're against you, but you can at least still fucking be respectful, Elaine. But now you want to show respect to your witnesses. Amber looks like she's about to fucking, I don't know what the fuck is going on in her mind. What do y'all think Amber is thinking in this moment? Especially after the dismissal being denied and the judge basically saying that there is a lot of evidence that this op-ed was lied, like that Amber lied. What do we think Amber is thinking? And she is dressed just like Johnny Depp. Dressed just like Johnny Depp. From the Met Gala in 2014. Same fucking outfit from the Met Gala in 2014, which was just yesterday. Now, bitch, if you would have fucking done right and been honest, took your little 7 fucking mil and gone about your fucking business, maybe your ass would have been at the Met Gala yesterday. Maybe. Doubt it. Because you're not that special. But maybe your ass would have been at the fucking Met Gala yesterday. But instead, you're sitting here in a court case being embarrassed and shown as a liar for the fucking world and about to get up on the stand because this dismissal was denied, bitch. Get up on that fucking stand and show us all the shit that you've been fucking talking all these goddamn years. Let us see it. Let us fucking hear it. Let us make our decision like you said in your audio. Let's see what a judge and jury are gonna say, Johnny. Let's see, Amber, what we're going to say. Elaine, get it the fuck together. Get it together. And this new PR guy, apparently, that Amber hired, is in the fucking courtroom intimidating the photographer. Intimidating the fucking photographer. Has been told by the cops in the courtroom to stop using his fucking phone. Who does this sound like? But fucking Eve Barlow. Is he about to get kicked out too because y'all don't know how to follow fucking simple rules? Y'all don't want to play by the rules? You don't want to play by the book? This just further shows how fucking slimy you guys are. And this woman is boring. And I don't know why. I don't like her face. She just doesn't look trustworthy to me. It's already apparent that she's very much on women's side. She thinks that women can do no wrong, that if a man is bigger than a woman, that it's automatically his fault. Like, bitch, we've heard that from Amber. We know where you guys are gonna go. And now you guys want to make it about mental, verbal, and psychological fucking abuse. What about the physical abuse? All the nurses that Amber had, her own fucking nurses, no notes on injury. The nurses who were supposed to report this shit noted no fucking injury on this bitch, but they don't want to fucking talk about that shit. She is obsessively jealous. The nurse said it and noted it, that Amber admitted that she is jealous of Johnny. She's jealous. She's a jealous, envious fucking bitch, and we heard it in the fucking audio when she was belittling him of being a master of cinema or whatever the fuck she said. Look at her. Look at her. What is that bump in the top of her head? That's horrible. That little poof they did up there, I hate it. Like, what is that? Whoever did your hair this morning, Amber, don't let them do it again. This is not it. It's not it. I haven't liked any of her hairstyles.
In the first phase is attention building phase. You're sort of starting to feel that apprehension.
And it's like everything that this lady is describing is fucking Amber. Like, it's so, oh my god, like, all the shit that she's trying to say that she is experiencing herself is what Johnny has experienced from this woman, Amber Heard.
Throwing his papers on the table a little more, maybe slamming the...
Can we fucking get to it, please?
Maybe mumbling under his mouth a little more. He may grab a glass a little more forcefully than he normally. And then there's the incident phase. Then there's the blow.
Why does she keep saying he for the abuser? What are you shaking your head over there for? If you're talking about victims in general, you should make a general term. Don't make it she and he. We already off the bat are hearing how fucking biased you are towards women. Men and women can be abused. Anybody can be abused. Johnny was abused by this woman here who's trying to look all fucking sad and downtrodden and shit. Disgusting. So Elaine has just asked Dr. Hughes, Dr. Don Hughes, about mutual abuse. Now, I've heard this term thrown around here and there, like, Johnny and Amber both abused each other. It was mutual abuse. They were both toxic, da-da-da-da. No. Mutual abuse is not a thing, okay? Every action has a reaction. If you put your fucking hands on me, if you harm me and you put your fucking hands on me, I have a right to get you up off of me. Period. If you put your fucking hands on me, I have a right to get you off of me. But you started the shit. It's not a mutual fucking abuse. It's a reaction to the fucked up shit you just did to another fucking person. Alright? So fucking stop it. Let's see what this Dr. Don Hughes has to say, who we know is already so biased towards women. Let's see what she has to say. And I'm not saying, I just feel like it should be a general fucking term. Stop saying she as the victim. Stop saying he as the abuser. It should be a general fucking term, okay? Bitch.
Yes, I believe so. Okay. But what about mutual abuse? What is that? What role does that play? So mutual abuse isn't really a term of art that we use. What we look at
It's not surprising.
And intimate partner violence.
Intimate partner violence.
That really does
Situational couple violence.
Of types of violence and abuse that happens in relationships. That's when a couple gets out of hand, then they push, shove, slap, yell, say some things that they don't want. And it's not that those behaviors are okay, but those are sort of what our larger scale community-based studies say happens in these relationships.
Oh my goodness.
That's distinguished from intimate partner violence, what I'm talking to you about, that has this constellation of symptoms and is rooted in the abuse of power and control.
Oh, shut up.
Is there research that addresses...
So basically, I just heard her say there's no such thing as mutual abuse, that there's situational couple abuse and inter-partner violence, intimate partner violence.
Research on the lower end types of violent behaviors, push, shove, slap.
Push, shove, slap. You just heard her say push, shove, slap are on the lower fucking ends of violence. Now, I know I heard Travis yesterday say that Amber literally sucker punched Johnny in the face and he witnessed that. So that's on the higher end of abuse, I would think, given what the fuck Miss Hughes just said.
And psychological aggression, yelling, name calling, putting down, and some of our big community scale studies.
And we heard Amber did all of that shit on audio, yelling, screaming, putting down, calling Johnny fat, old, washed up. all the shit that she said. That's putting somebody down. How the fuck are they gonna sit up here and give a fucking forensic psychologist time to talk about all the shit that Johnny fucking endured, that his team literally just showed us fucking happened? Like, how is this helping her? If I'm a juror, I'm gonna be like, oh, that sounds like what I heard on audio. That sounds like Johnny's evidence that he brought up that Amber did this, that, and other. And she was yelling at him, and she was jealous of him, and this, that, and... Like, come the fuck on. That's my ear. Let me turn that off. So Elaine just asked Dr. Hughes about the myths of domestic violence. And just listen to how she responds. Just listen. This tells us everything about what we're about to hear from Amber's fucking side in the games they're about to fucking play. And how it is women that can only be abused and not men, pretty much. Listen to what she says.
So if you are abused multiple times and the abuse is very similar, it's very common for the victim to lose discrete details of a particular incident. They may not
please
retain the memory for the complete
what y'all gonna try to say because Amber was abused many times she doesn't recall how all situations went down. Shut the fuck up. Look at Johnny. He's over this shit. Common myths or misconceptions.
All right. I hope I've dispelled some of them here already, but I mean, the myths,
look at Johnny.
Certainly are that women are meek, are passive.
You hear that? There certainly are, but they are women that are meek or passive. She started off with women. She did not say victims of abuse. She did not say men or women. She said women only. This is the only fucking thing they're going to focus on, is the fact that only women can be abused. It's so insulting.
Or, just sitting there and letting the abuse happen, that women don't fight back.
Look at Johnny.
That women don't yell back.
He's like, this is some fucking bullshit.
They like the violence, they're not concerned about the violence.
Look at him. He's like,
if it was really bad, she really would have left. If it was really bad, she really would have told the police. All of those myths and misconceptions that just don't comport with the research.
Oh my God.
There are also myths about trauma survivors, how trauma survivors present.
How trauma survivors present.
Is, how lay people think someone who suffered a traumatic event is supposed to act. So in the immediate aftermath of a trauma, people think, oh, they should be hysterical and abreacting and emotional all over the place. And that's typically not the first reaction of a
What's the
trauma
reaction?
survivor. The first reaction is, suppression, emotional numbing, emotional constriction. How do I get through this?
I ain't never heard on no fucking audio, no fucking anything of Amber being suppressed and reverting into herself because she was just abused. So, from what you're saying, the typical reaction is for women to be suppressed and go into themselves, okay? Because this is what women do. Because you're only focusing on that. Then why the fuck on all this goddamn audio have I heard Amber Heard screaming at the top of her lungs, berating, cussing Johnny out, calling him all types of fucking names, belittling him, emasculating him? That doesn't match up with your common way that only women respond after they've been abused. So if we're using your logic, it doesn't match up. Amber's reactions don't match up.
Women who are beaten, they get up the next morning, they get their kids dressed, they get them to school, they go to work, they do a presentation.
So she's saying that women who are abused, they typically suppress themselves and then go about their business and continue on as if nothing happened. We know that is not what Amber does. That's not what Amber does, but instead we know that that's what Johnny does. He gets up, he goes to work, he goes about his business, he takes care of his shit, he goes to this set, he goes on his tours, he's still trying to fucking live his life and handle fucking business because he has all these people relying on him. Come on, from what you're saying, Johnny was the abused one because that is how he reacted. he would try to go away from the situation. He would revert into himself. He would try to hide and leave and get away and be suppressed. Is she? Wow.
In their office, they go on with life. The most normal thing that a person does who's experienced trauma.
And Johnny's sitting there like, yep.
Try to be normal.
I've tried to be normal. That is what he tried to do.
So sometimes if you see somebody who is more emotionally constricted, looks maybe stoic, looks like they're not feeling, it doesn't mean that they're not having internal reactions. We say this in the field of clinical psychology all the time. The inside doesn't match the outside. What you're seeing on the outside may not match what's going on.
Well, we know that because Amber looks like the perfect little pretty girl on the outside, but inside she's fucking pure evil.
I'm not going to be able to put the floodgates back on. It's just going to be too overwhelming. And that's true for people who are involved in litigation, and also true for my private patients who are, even though they're coming to me for help, they try very, very cleverly.
Can we please get to it?
The difficult emotions.
Ask questions about this case. Let's get to it.
Is it also possible that they can look very friendly and smile and laugh and things like that?
Absolutely.
What, if any, please describe some of the ways that a victim can hide that? You just testified.
We call that the appearance of normalcy, the appearance of competency, right? That
Please.
doesn't mean that they're not. Doesn't mean that they're not normal and that they're not competent. But it doesn't give you a bird's eye into their inner experience. And that's what we do in the rooms.
All this is for Johnny.
Where we really help
all of
people
this
deal
is for
with that,
fucking Johnny.
that they keep to themselves. But yes, someone.
So they're on their second 15-minute break, and I just wanted to feel out what people were thinking about this woman. That umbrella guy says the inside does not match the outside, the appearance of normalcy, because that's what Dr. Don just said, right? He says, so Amber laughing and cutting up doesn't mean she wasn't abused. She's suppressing. Or try on this. She's lying. And what about Johnny? Exactly. Reactive violence is an interesting legal argument that could be more effective if the subject or this defense were on multiple recordings being a totally unhinged fucking lunatic to a passive man who begs to be left alone. Exactly. That's from Colonel Kurtz. Exactly. This woman has raved like a literal fucking lunatic. We have heard the audios time and time again. Do I need to go back and listen to them again? We have heard this shit over and over again. Wow. And this is what I thought. This is exactly what I thought when I was hearing it. That umbrella guy said they may not retain the memory of the event. So they literally are trying to do this framework to basically say that when Amber gets up on the stand, she can say she doesn't recall to all this fucking shit because she was so goddamn traumatized. Bitch, please. If someone fucking drug your ass through glass, if someone like threw you down on a ping pong table, if someone, I don't even fucking want to say the words, did something to you with a fucking bottle, you're gonna remember that shit. I don't give a fuck about whatever this shit that this lady is talking about. You're going to remember that. Period. I don't want to get up here and hear, I don't recall, I don't know. No, bitch. You know, because you've been running your goddamn mouth for years about what happened to you. So don't sit up on this stand and all of a sudden act like you don't know what the fuck was going on. Like you don't recall because you're so fucking traumatized. Which we know that you did not have PTSD because you were tested by Dr. Curry and you grossly exaggerated that shit. So let's not. Yeah, and I don't either. Someone said, I don't trust experts who display gender bias when it comes to abuse. This is clear gender fucking bias, y'all. Clear. She keeps saying she as the victim and he as the abuser. She's not using like terms that could go both ways at all. Like Wow. Wow. It's really a shame. And all these men out here that have endured shit and violence and whatnot, she's further making it seem like men can't ever be the fucking victim because women are so passive and submissive and this, that, and other, which really, honestly, I don't think I'm passive. I don't think I'm submissive. Like, it's just, they already don't make sense. They already don't make sense. Destruction of a person's property is a risk factor for lethality, which basically she says is like death by abuse, I guess. So kicking a door or slamming a cabinet meant Johnny was going to kill Amber Heard, which was pretty much what they were trying to say, that there was a fucking possibility of Johnny killing Amber. It's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. This man does not have that type of spirit in him to go and kill somebody. That would kill him. To harm somebody in any type of way would kill him. He would not hurt a fucking fly. For them to even bring that bullshit up. So what is Amber going to say, that she really, really feared for her life? She thought Johnny was going to kill her, for real? But your sister told Jennifer Howe that she was afraid that you were going to kill him when y'all were up on those stairs? She was afraid for Johnny, not you. Not you, Amber. She was afraid for Johnny. Wow. Dr. Hughes demonstrates what misandry is, holding men accountable for the abuse they experience at the hands of women to excuse the completely arbitrary, violent behavior of women towards men. She disgusts me. That's MG Warrior of Johnny Depp. So everybody's picking up on the same shit. Everybody's hearing what this woman is saying, what she's trying to do, and how she is very biased towards women. Like, come on now. I'm ready to get to the meat. Ask the fucking questions. Ask if Amber ever came up and told her about abuse. I want to hear the stories and the lies that she fucking told this woman so they can be counteracted when we get to the fucking cross. I hope Johnny's team comes for these people the way that Elaine and fucking Rottenborn came at Johnny's witnesses. But you know what? Actually, I don't, because I don't want them to stoop that low and be like them. They should keep it professional, keep it how they have been doing. I would like a little bit more sternness, especially when it comes to Amber. Especially when it comes to Amber, because we know she's going to try to do all types of manipulation and crying and this, that, and other and shit. Especially since we know she's going to be getting up on the stand after Dr. Hughes. Oh my god, I cannot wait. Oh my god, it's going to be the show of the century. It's going to be a fucking show. So they're supposed to get back at 3:15. What time is it? So that's in a couple minutes. Alright. So we'll see what happens when they get back. Elaine said she was going to be switching to a different topic. So we'll see what topic Elaine is going to be switching to with her bitch ass. With her unprofessional, unprepared ass. Oh my god, you guys. This is just madness. It's madness. You know what? I'm going to take a hit for Johnny so I can be chill and mellow like him, per all accounts from his bodyguards and everybody. So I can be chill and mellow like Johnny as I go here to watch this fucking bullshit I'm going to watch on this screen in the next couple minutes. Because I know Elaine is about to come with some fucking bullshit. So, in honor of Johnny, whoever got their piece around, you can do it with me. Johnny, we love you. We know we are on the right side. We know you were telling the truth. We know you were innocent. And I cannot wait to see your ex-wife, the woman who abused you, get up on this stand after this forensic fucking psychologist gets up here and does her thing. I cannot wait for the world to get up and see what you have dealt with for the past umpteen years dealing with this woman and the craziness that you have had to endure dealing with this woman. And I am so happy that you got out, you did what you needed to do, and that you are fighting for your name for the sake of yourself, for the sake of your children, and for the sake of all the people that you have helped out in the world that you don't want to feel like you are a fraud. You're not a fraud. Amber Heard is the fraud. She's a fraudulent fucking bitch. I feel like it's past 3:15. What time is it? Yeah, it's definitely 3:17. Where they at? Oh, here they go. Here they go. Okay, the bullshit is about to begin. Let's see.
Be seated. Right. Your next question.
Thank you, Ron. Dr. Hughes, did there come a time when you conducted a forensic psychological evaluation of Amber Heard? And please tell the jury what a forensic psychological evaluation is.
Why does the judge look confused?
A forensic psychological evaluation is an evaluation that is conducted for the courts to answer a particular legal question.
Let me not talk about Elaine's
It
looks.
contains
That's low.
multiple parts. Ms. Heard is not a client of mine. She's never been in therapy with me. She's not under my clinical care. It is an objective evaluation to determine a particular legal question. Forensic evaluation follows a methodology that what we say it's a multi-method, multi-hypothesis driven
Lovely.
methodology. Which
Let's
means
get
I
to
look at
it.
a variety of different documents and data using multiple hypotheses. Not just one
God, I feel like
hypothesis,
this
one
side,
theory of the
Amber's
case.
side,
We're
is going to be like a
see,
slow death.
what possibly could be going on here. And then you use the data to arrive at that opinion. You look for consistency across the data to arrive at that opinion. And the forensic psychological evaluation has
Okay,
many parts.
look at Amber.
It has the clinical interview
Her
part,
eye just
structured,
twitched so bad right there.
clinical
Ooh.
interview where I'm asking Ms. Heard
Why are your
lots of
eyes
things
twitching?
about her life, both before Mr. Depp and after. It involves a
Stressed,
psychological testing
bothered.
component of the evaluation, which allows me to do a good broad scan of different
I cannot
symptomatologies
believe
that
she's
people might
doing
have
this.
in their lives, as well as to have indicators
I
of
cannot
how she
believe this is
approached the
happening.
test. Is
Johnny
she
told her not to
defensive?
do
Is she
this.
malingering? Is she feigning? Is
Oh,
she
she's
exaggerating?
feigning. She's
It gives me
exaggerating.
indications,
She's
about
doing
how
all
she
of that.
approached
Oh,
the
you saw how she
evaluation.
blinked?
I
She saw when
reviewed
she...
a number of
Oh,
documents,
y'all saw how she
medical
blinked when she
records,
said feigning,
psychological records,
exaggerating?
text,
She got like
audio,
bothered
different things that we've had in
because
this
she knows
case.
that's her.
And then I conduct collateral interviews.
So, Dr. Hughes, do you...
Oh,
just to be clear, do
was she
you
about to say Dr.
assume
Curry?
everything, the victim
She was about to
reports
say
is true
Dr. Curry.
when you conduct these examinations?
No, of course not. I always approach a forensic evaluation with a healthy dose of
Got Dr.
skepticism.
Curry on the brain.
With any forensic evaluation, there exists a motivation.
They're
that the
stressed
individual
over
may be
there,
telling you
man.
Something that is not accurate.
You can just
Doesn't mean
tell
that's
it
there,
and
but you have
everything.
control for that, and know that you're looking for, again, what does the data tell you, the external data, about what the person is also telling you.
Did the forensic evaluation follow a standard methodology, or was it specific to Ms. Heard?
This is my standard methodology that I
Sure.
would use with any individual who's in a forensic matter, and I was called to evaluate them.
When did you meet with Amber Heard?
Okay, so I met with Ms. Heard for a total of about 29 hours.
29
I met with her
hours.
for the first time in September 2019.
Hmm.
I saw her for 4 visits.
So after the fact.
Live in my New York City office. That's about 21, 22 hours. And then I saw her twice over Zoom. One was in January 2021 and
Mm. Sidebar. Getting quite green out there, you guys. Quite green. And back.
Dr. Curry, in answering that question, were you consulted?
No, she
Dr.
didn't.
Hughes.
Dr. Curry, I'm so sorry.
No, she didn't.
Hughes.
Where's Johnny? Where's Johnny? Put the camera on Johnny. Holy fucking shit. Did she just call her Dr. Curry? Did she just call her Dr. Curry? Ooh. That is fucked.
Okay.
That is fucked.
Should we just take the break now and have him look
Yeah,
at
you
it?
need to take a break, bitch. You need to take a long fucking break. No, you did not just call her. They got Dr. Curry on the brain. She almost slipped up before.
Please continue. I think you were telling us.
Oh, bitch. You need to sit the fuck down. Tap in Ben over there. Tap in Rottenborn. Because you need a break. Time out.
And then I saw her in January
God.
2021.
I wish they would have put the camera on Johnny.
And then December 27th, 2021.
Holy shit.
Go through those. Can you please tell the jury what your main opinions were?
So like I said, there are opinions embedded within them, but the main opinion is that Ms. Heard's report of intimate partner violence and the records that I reviewed is consistent with what we know.
Her report, meaning her word.
Violence, characterized by physical violence, psychological aggression, sexual violence,
Oh my
coercive
god.
control, and surveillance behaviors.
What was the other main opinion that you had?
The second main opinion was that that Ms. Heard demonstrated very clear psychological and traumatic effects, or the exacerbation of trauma from those statements that
Wow.
Mr. Depp made through his attorney. There were 3 statements that we evaluated to see how they affected her emotionally and psychologically, and it was my determination that they did.
And did you arrive at any diagnostic conclusions?
Yes, I did.
And what were those?
I diagnosed Ms. Heard with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Lies.
And what, if any, etiology was associated with the post-traumatic stress disorder?
So the etiology is the cause. In order to have
This is crazy.
to meet criteria for post-traumatic stress disorder, you have to have an actual cause. It's one of the few.
So one
diagnoses
doctor
used by
says she
mass
grossly
entities that we have
exaggerated it,
to have
and
a
this
cause
one is
for,
diagnosing her with
The
it.
cause was the intimate partner violence.
Exact
by Mr. Depp.
opposites.
That was what was pushing the symptoms. That was what was related to the intrusive phenomena. That was related to her avoidance. That was related to her differences in her mood. That was related to her avoidance efforts. So it was the cause was the intimate partner violence by Mr. Depp.
Wow.
Now, let's first go back to the forensic evaluation. You mentioned you...
God. She did it again. She called Dr. Hughes Dr. Curry yet again. It's embarrassing. She needs to take a break. She needs to sit the fuck down, watch this.
Dr. Curry,
I died.
Dr. Hughes...
Oh my god. Look at Ben. Oh my god. Look at Dr. It is so... Oh my god. She's obsessed with Dr. Curry. Because she let her fucking have it. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so trash. Amber needs to get a refund. This is terrible.
The concern is, and you mentioned the name Dr.
They're
Bonnie
fucking
Jacobs.
awful.
Please tell the jury who Dr. Bonnie Jacobs is.
So Dr. Bonnie Jacobs was Ms. Heard's
Holy
therapist,
shit.
and
Dr. Hughes is over it.
refresh my recollection with my notes, Your Honor.
And she is referring heavily to these notes.
She's
Heavily. She said, I don't want this to be a memorization
Tell
type
the
thing.
kids.
Look at Johnny's face. So amused.
Yes.
May I?
Yes, you may consult your notes.
Oh, consult the notes, bitch. Oh my god. This is a show. A fiasco. He's saying, I can't do this shit. I cannot do this shit. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. We got the doctor who got to refer to our notes. Elaine can't get the right person's name right. Tragic.
Can you please tell the jury how many psychological assessments you administered to Amber Heard?
I administered 12.
Goddamn.
Can you please tell the jury which ones you administered?
So I am going to refer to my designation that has the list so that I don't forget anything.
Look at Amber.
So I administered,
Objection, hearsay, Your Honor.
She can
Get
refresh
it.
her recollection.
Get it.
as long as she's not reading it.
Right, you just can't read. You're not supposed to read
What?
from it, but you can refresh your recollection as you're speaking.
So I
That
can
doesn't
go
even
and
make
look up
sense.
and that's refreshing my recollection. Okay.
Oh, she is over it. Is that a smile, Amber? Because your team is fucking trash and embarrassing you. This is comical. I can't. Look at Rottenborn. Over it, over it, over it. I can't. I cannot. If she comes back and calls her Dr. Curry again. Who's in the crowd? Who's in the crowd? Do they know the camera's on them? And there is Dr. Curry. No, they didn't zoom in on her. The woman Elaine is obsessed with. I can't. Yeah, she definitely knows. That's uncomfortable. Can you move the camera? Oh my god, they're zooming in. That's kind of creepy.
The tests that you administered, please.
Yes, I can. I administered the personality assessment inventory.
So this is one. Dr. Curry says that Amber Heard grossly exaggerated this, and on the other end we have Dr. Hughes saying that she diagnosed her with PTSD.
Which is an instrument
Crazy.
for common traumatic effects that people have.
Crazy.
I administered the Miller forensic assessment that an individual may have experienced, and we administer that typically before either doing the PCL or doing the CAPS.
Thank you. Were there any tests you administered to Amber Heard that were designed to reveal malingering or feigning?
Yes, there were.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell the jury about those.
So
I'm sure gonna say there was no
malingering,
signs of
is
malingering or
the
feigning.
psychological symptomatology for the
Yet Dr.
purpose
Curry
of
says she was
healing.
malingering. She
Feigning
was
is,
feigning a whole
the full
bunch.
projection of psychological symptomatology
A
with
fuck
no
ton.
identification of what that being may be. So basically feigning is saying your mental health is worse than it actually is.
Right.
So I administered
AKA Amber Heard
tests
on her
as a
PTSD test.
built in that could allow us to address that question. The MFAS, the Miller Assessment, a Forensic Assessment of Symptoms test, is a specific malingering instrument. It looks at malingering psychopathology. Is this someone, malingering psychopathology? She scored a 0 on that scale. On that test. Sorry, not the scale, that test. So on that
Bullshit.
test, there was no evidence of malingering.
Look, she's looking down, touching her face. Body language people are going to be all over that. That's a lie.
Scored within the normal range on those scores as well. One was slightly elevated, but when in testing the limits, because it has rare symptoms and over-endorsed symptoms, I determined that also was a valid measure. And then finally, the PAI, the large scale, 344 question instrument, has very robust validity scales on it to test for
This is a sham.
exaggeration or feigning or malingering, and she did not score on any of those scores in those scales at all. Those were not validated.
Bullshit.
So the combined results between those three tests suggest to me that Ms. Heard is not malingering for psychological.
She is the queen of malingering.
Now, Dr.
Bullshit.
Curry testified that one test showed, quote, intentional exaggeration in
Yes.
the 98th percentile, meaning that she engaged in extreme levels of
Yet you're saying the
exaggeration.
exact opposite.
Do you agree with that?
I do not.
Why?
Because that test, the scale that she is referring to is it's called ATR, it's the atypical response scale. As I said, that combines rare symptoms and over-endorsed symptoms. It's very frequently elevated in people who have high levels of distress. And then importantly, on this test specifically, it says, do not use the percentile rank. It is in the manual, it is in italices, because the way that this
Put it on
test
Dr.
was
Curry.
it was normed on people who have trauma, so it's what we call
Put the camera on
negative
Dr.
skew. That
Curry.
means it falls on the tail end of the continuum. It is not a normal curve where we would normally think.
I can't
of how
wait
a
for the
percentile
redirect.
would work. So we would not use the percentile rank.
I mean the
on this
cross.
test.
You want to approach?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Approach. I want them to put the camera on Dr. Curry.
Would like to refer to the testing.
Refer to the testing. Let's see if Amber Heard tested as a domestic violence victim. This is bullshit.
So what the overall gist of the testing was that, and the benefit of these tests is that they allow me to
Get
ask
with it.
for what Mr. Depp did to Ms. Heard, and then also what Ms. Heard did to Mr. Depp. So
Oh,
it was asking about both sets of behavior.
All of a sudden you're unbiased.
Objection, Your Honor. We're back to reading.
She wasn't even
Right.
looking down, she was looking at the jury.
Back to reading.
Go ahead.
Please continue.
So what these tests show was that there was a high degree of
They're having fun with this now.
serious violence perpetrated by Mr. Depp toward Ms. Heard. There was violence more on the mild level perpetrated by Ms. Heard toward Mr. Depp.
Oh.
One severe indicator, which was
She's
the
admitting to
question that she
violence.
indicated to me.
Mild violence
There
towards
were
Johnny.
things about negotiation about
All of
how
a sudden
much
she's
someone
admitting to
tries
violence.
figure out their problems. They both
Interesting.
Scored, again, this is Ms. Heard reporting that, but they both scored in the high range where they're both saying that yes, we're trying to figure this
More
out.
than the
we're
one
trying to
time?
work out this relationship. There were scores on the psychological aggression scale where Mr. Depp engaged in more severe acts of
Please.
psychological aggression, whereas Ms. Heard did engage in also some mild and severe acts of
Mild.
psychological aggression.
No, bitch. Very
The
severe.
amount of injury that was reported was significantly higher and more severe by Ms. Heard, what she was subjected to, and then she was subjected to sexual violence where Mr. Depp
Hell no.
was subjected to no. And then the other, on the danger assessment scale, that there were a number of factors that were related to severity in violent relationships and a risk factor when we look, as
Look
I
at
said
Johnny.
earlier, when
I feel so
behaviors come
bad
up
for
on the
him.
scale, they're very worrisome,
Jesus Christ.
very scary, and we have to take them seriously. And then the other, on the danger assessment scale, that there were a number of factors that were related to severity in violent relationships and a
Sorry,
risk
y'all, I'm so
factor. When we
hungry.
look, as I said earlier, when the behaviors come up on the scale, they're very worrisome, very scary, and we have to take them seriously. So there were a number of behaviors that came up on the scale, such
Oh,
as
were there?
Mr. Depp's threats to kill her, the increased
Please.
severity of the abuse,
Look at Johnny.
the forced sexual activity, the choking
Johnny's like, bitch.
behavior, his obsessive jealousy.
Objection,
His
foundation.
right. His obsessive jealousy. Holy shit. We've heard the audio.
The
Stop
obsessive
it.
Jealousy,
Stop.
the control aspect, and his threatening of suicide to kill himself. So those are
Wow.
the factors that
Johnny's
is
like, well,
certainly the
okay.
increased danger range, and this is a range
Okay.
that says that we certainly have to advise women of their risk and consult with.
He's like,
law
okay,
enforcement if
y'all
they're
are fucking
involved, or
trying
if
it.
they're involved,
Y'all are
because this means
goddamn
that a woman
trying
is
it.
at risk for more serious or lethal.
If any psychological tests did you administer that supported a diagnosis of PTSD for Amber Heard?
None.
So, there were 4 tests. That
She does not have
supported that
PTSD.
diagnosis. One was the PAI, which was that 344 question large scale personality inventory. On that test, her largest subscale, her highest subscale was the one that measures traumatic stress.
Please.
So that was clinically significant. On the
Please.
TSI, 2 of her scales were the intrusive experiences dimension and the defensive avoidance dimension, 2 of the classic scales of trauma and PTSD. On the PCL, which is the post-traumatic stress disorder checklist 5, that she scored in all 4 domains of PTSD.
Lies.
And that's an
Touched her
indication
face.
of how much are you bothered by these symptoms. And in all 4 clusters, which would be the intrusive experiencing, when things about the abuse or the trauma enter your mind when you did not want them to. Sometimes they're cued, sometimes they're uncued. She answered in the avoidance category, which is the second category.
Avoidance
That
category.
I do things to try not to think about this, to try not to feel this, to try not to get upset.
Amber doesn't avoid
Sometimes I
shit.
avoid certain people
She
because
always
I'm
wanted him to
sure
stay,
that
never wanted him to
she
leave. So
scored
how was
in
she
the
avoiding
negative
anything?
alterations in cognition and mood,
What?
changes in her thoughts and feelings as a result of the abuse and
She didn't
trauma.
ever
And also
avoid
in the
anything.
physiological hyperactivity, the hyperarousal, the
Oh, God. This is all a tragedy. Just the bullshit. The lies.
Dr. Hughes,
Dr. Hughes.
what if anything did Dr. Cowan say to you about any type of diagnoses of personality disorders?
Dr. Cohen did not diagnose Ms. Hood with any personality disorder.
This is how I know this is a sham. This is how I know it's a sham. They found a witness to say everything exactly opposite. There's no way this bitch does not have a personality disorder. There's no fucking way.
What types of physical violence were reported to you?
Reported.
So there
Keyword,
were a number of
reported.
physically violent behaviors that were reported, that Ms. Hood reported that Mr. Depp perpetrated. He pushed her, he shoved her,
Lies.
he slapped her with
Lies.
the front of his hand and the back of his hand. He choked her, he slammed her
Please.
into the wall, he pushed her and she fell down. He kicked her in the back.
Really. But there's no evidence of any of the bruises, cuts,
And what type of
nothing on you. Nobody's seen shit on you.
She reported mostly bruising, pain.
No bruises.
Cuts.
No cuts.
She reported vaginal pain from some of the
Oh
sexual assaults.
my
She
God.
reported that she did have some scratches and cuts on her from broken
No,
glass.
uniformed
She
scratches.
reported that she believes she may have lost consciousness 2 times. One
No,
in
bitch, that's because you were doing a whole bunch of fucking drugs, drinking wine.
2015 incident.
Please.
What type of coercive control was reported or did you find?
This is about to piss me off.
What, if any, coercive control was reported to you?
So the course of control that was determined in this relationship I found to be quite significant. There were many,
Really?
many instances where Mr. Depp tried to control how Ms. Heard went about her career.
Oh, really?
He didn't want her to show nudity. He didn't want her to show boobs. He didn't want her to act with certain actors.
Is that
because
so?
of this obsessive jealousy.
Prove it.
He criticized her ambition. He called
Please.
her not work. He called, the ambition
Look at
as
Amber.
a negative thing. It made her very fearful to have to
Lies.
look at scripts or talk about scripts or talk about movie
That's a
roles,
goddamn lie. He got you
because he
Aquaman.
put those down and told her she didn't need to work and she didn't need to do that and she didn't
Jesus
need to show her
Christ.
tits and ass. He didn't necessarily support her work. The way this manifested as well is that he called almost every actor that she had to work with males and females. So no matter what show she was filming or shooting, he would call the leading actor, he would call the director, he would tell you, I got eyes down there, I got eyes down on the set.
Wow.
So she never felt
Prove
safe
it.
to be herself and be an actress in these films or productions, because she'd have to come home and then endure his anger at her for doing something or for not doing something. When she was filming and he was in the same town, she feared that he would show up on the set and, to know what her call she was.
He did not give a fuck.
She, even told her assistant, don't give it to him, don't let him see it so that he won't show up. And sometimes he did. So it was very trepidatious for her and very anxiety provoking that he continued to do this.
All lies.
He tried to control
Prove
what
it.
she wore when
Get those directors in here that he called.
things were fine, but he told her often, no woman like mine is going to dress like a whore.
I've seen pictures of her. She had her whole back out, all the way out, and he was with her. Please.
She recalled an incident when she was going on a job audition, and he said, you're going to go out with those tits and ass? And she had to sort of go in and put on mom jeans so that she didn't look sexy, so she didn't look
Shut the
revealing.
fuck up.
Continued to try to plead with him about what jobs she could take and she could not take. This made her be very sort of restrictive and try to conceal things. She would hide her scripts.
Hide her scripts. Girl, please.
Put them down or want to see where there might be nudity, where there might be something where she's doing a love scene. And then almost every person that she was...
There was no reports of this ever. Now all of a sudden you want to be saying all this random ass lying shit.
And we saw that on the Australia pictures of Billy Bob. He was one person that he continued, to berate her about having an affair with.
Because she probably
That's
did.
what excessive control looks
She did it
like.
before,
Those
2 times
messages.
over.
When you look at how he wanted her to there was some interference with the family, with her sister, when some things were leaked. He was obsessed believing that it was Whitney who did it.
He let Whitney live in his penthouses rent free. Shut the fuck up.
Come and say, okay, yes it was, and then alienate herself from her sister because she just couldn't take the fight.
Your sister left because she was scared of you, went to go stay with Jennifer Howe, and stayed in her guest room, and she was scared that you were going to kill Johnny. Next.
She would have to text him right back.
Lies. You were always,
He could not answer for days.
always,
And it's this sort of
always
the
doing
ghosting.
this bullshit.
Your husband doesn't ghost you. Your partner doesn't ghost you. And there were so many times of this sort of withdrawal of affection, which was on his terms and when he wanted to do it. I'm aware that there is testimony in this case that Mr. Depp decided to leave because he didn't want to be violent. And I do think
Oh
that's
my
true.
God.
I think he did leave.
So what are you going to say about that?
He did leave after an altercation. He did leave and then came back and continued the altercation. So leaving wasn't a defining.
He would also run and hide from bathroom to bathroom, bedroom to bedroom to get away from this woman who was chasing and berating
The
him.
fight would always come back. So leaving might end the argument for that moment.
I think that's the fight always coming back when someone chasing you from room to room to room. Bullshit.
Start the interrogation once again.
Bullshit. Are you pleased with yourself, Dr. Hughes?
I mean, the Isaac Bruce's testimony when she called and was
Don't
saying,
even
"Babe,
say
someone here,
Isaac's name.
someone here." That was something that she had to do
You are not worthy.
constantly over the course of the relationship. So it caused a significant amount of anxiety,
Please.
of stress, of having to
Lies.
try to conceal and maneuver around him to try to have the career that she wanted to have. It made her hypervigilant.
She got her biggest fucking role ever in Aquaman while she was with Johnny. What are they talking about?
What about sexual violence?
Here we go.
So there was a number of incidents of sexual violence reported.
Let's
in
watch
this
Amber.
relationship. Those are documented early on in Dr. Bonnie Jacobs' notes. Where when
Did
Mr.
she really
Depp
just
was
make that
drunk
fake
or
sad
high,
face? Oh my
threw her
God.
on the bed, ripped off her nightgown, and tried to have sex with her.
Wow.
There were times when he forced her to give him oral sex. When
Really?
These weren't in loving moments. These were angry moments, moments of dominance, moments of him trying to get control over
This
her.
is some fucking
There was a
bullshit.
time when they were in Hicksville in the trailer, I don't say trailer park, but I guess it's trailer park. it is a trailer park.
Girl.
Where he was accusing her of a woman hitting on Amber, and that was the problem. Amber got accused of women hitting on her and got accused of men hitting on her. So there were so many targets that came through in his obsessive jealousy. But when he, on that incident when Kelly Sue was accused of hitting on Miss Heard, and they went back into the trailer, Mr. Depp performed a cavity search. And
Wow.
ostensibly was looking for drugs.
Look at Amber's face.
And felt it.
Oh, is she really gonna act like that?
Rip off her nightgown and
Is she really about to do this?
vagina to look for cocaine. Thought that maybe she was hiding them there.
Is she
And again,
really about to
these
do
incidents
this?
often happen in a drug-fueled
Look at her.
rage. There was
This is
another
what we're gonna
incident
get with her on the
where
stand.
when he got
This is a
angry,
precursor
he took his
to what
fingers
we're
and
going to
put it
see
in
on
her
the stand.
vagina and moved her around
Likely
violently
tomorrow.
in the closet. Again, an
This
act
is
of
what she's
sexual
going to try
violence.
to do.
And of course, the incident in Australia.
I don't believe
was one of the
any
most severe
fucking
incidents
word
of
out of
sexual
this
violence
woman's
that,
mouth.
Miss Heard had to endure, in which when he was beating her and choking her and
Wow.
telling her, I'm going to fucking kill you, I hate you, I hate you, I'm going to
Okay.
fucking kill you, and
Where?
grabbed a bottle that was on
Look
the
at
bar
look at her.
and,
Where's
penetrated her
Johnny?
with that bottle.
I hope
And
someone's
Miss
holding his
Heard
hand.
reported to me of dissociating and
Wow.
going outside of her body, and the only
Look
thing
at-
she was thinking is, oh God, I hope it's not the broken one.
This is what we're about to see on the stand.
Any psychological abuse? Did you
Look at her.
There was a number of psychologically abusive behaviors, as I stated. Miss Heard admitted to me and reported that she engaged in those behaviors as well. She reported that she
did what?
called him names and offensive comments and said things to him that were horrible, and that she was incredibly saddened and horrified.
I
by her
really
behavior
cannot
and
believe
going back.
this.
She, at this point, not being in the constant barrage of abuse, does not recognize her.
Wow.
The abuse by Mr. Depp, he called her a number of names, frequently.
This is
for
disgusting.
cunt,
All the
lesbian,
audio we have heard,
you know,
all the names she has called him,
discrimination was a weaponized term in that
spit on him,
relationship.
slapped
So
him,
he called
punched
her a lot
him.
of names and humiliated her. And of course,
You-
we talked about
you
the
literally-
intimidation tactics that,
Oh
Mr. Depp
my.
was often banging and throwing and hitting things,
Bitch, you threw
in the
cans,
household,
pots
to
and
get
pans.
attention to rise up very significantly, very quickly.
Oh, her supporters are gonna have a field day with
tell me
this
how you
shit.
conducted your analysis to arrive at these
But we gotta get to the cross.
Sure, so what I
It's
did
all
was
bullshit.
look at the incidents that were reported and look at the corroborating data around it. So as we stated, most of these incidents of intimate partner
This is all
violence
fucking
happen behind
hearsay.
closed doors. Not everyone is gonna
All
be
accounts of
what the
Amber
parties are reporting
reporting
behind closed
what
doors.
she says
Look at
happened.
What is the data that surrounds
Bullshit.
it? Is there any data before
No
it? Is
witnesses
there
to
any
shit.
data after it? Is the person is the victim telling somebody in real time about what's happening? Are there therapy notes? Are there pictures? Are there text messages that sort of allow us to fill in the pieces of the picture, even though we don't have exactly what happened at that moment? The more
A cavity
data that we
search.
have and the consistency
They literally
across
came
those
out the
data
fucking
points,
blue with that
it gives us
shit.
greater confidence in our results.
Disgusting.
Give us some examples.
They are so fucking low.
Sure. So
In this fucking act.
for example, the Boston plane incident, I believe, without looking, on May 24th, 2014. This is the incident where Ms. Heard and Mr. Depp were going to fly back to LA and spend the weekend together. They were shooting at different sites. Ms. Heard is on the plane waiting for Mr. Depp to come on in the tarmac. He's reportedly sitting in the SUV, smoking and drinking, smoking weed and drinking. She is
And he can
filming
do
with,
that.
James Franco at this point, and she gets on the plane and he starts
The man she had up in
talking about James
Johnny's
Franco,
penthouses
making a lot of
when he was out of town.
derogatory comments about her, and hope you had fun with your escapades, and some more inflammatory language. And then in an argument, when she got up to leave, he kicked her in the back, and she went forward on the plane.
Yep.
To the front of the plane, because he sat in the back of the plane. So if I look at what is the
Yep.
corresponding data to this, There's a therapy note.
But yet,
several
Kate
notes
James
in
said when they
James'
got back,
notes that talk
she was at
about
Chateau Marmont in a
Mr.
bathing
Depp
suit, no
increasing
bruises, no
use
nothing
of
on her.
alcohol
Okay.
and his obsessive jealousy around James Franco before this Boston plane accident. After the incident, Ms. Heard told her friend
What is
Ayala,
this obsessive
she told her friend
jealousy?
Savannah, she told her friend Rocky. Ms. Heard did not go home. She was afraid to go home. So she went to a hotel because when Johnny was in these
Chateau
scenes,
Marmont?
he would often show
Where
up
you had your friends
because he's
around by the
still
pool
in that
conspiring?
drinking phase. And he talked about that. That was the oxycodone before he detoxed. He was still in that, high substance
Hang
abuse
in there,
phase,
Johnny.
that he would often show up at night, and that did not feel safe. There was a text from Stephen Hughes, Mr. Depp's assistant.
They paid this woman to try to set up a framework. It's okay, Johnny. He's like, this shit.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
So they're talking about drug use and how fucking Amber wanted to get Johnny in all types of programs to stop his drug use, yet she was bouncing at Coachella on fucking MDMA, shrooms, and alcohol, doing coke, doing all types of shit. She had a coke addiction. Bitch. Put yourself in a program. She did not want to support shit. She wanted to support her goddamn pockets. Please. She wore whatever the fuck she wanted.
With no indication, why would she be saying that but for the sole purpose of trying to get help and trying to get guidance in this relationship
Wow.
that she finds so difficult?
All she said. Hearsay, 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 hearsay. Lies, lies, lies. Please. Wow. Oh, not able to perform. They're really going low. They are gutter fucking rats. Holy shit. Wow. She needs to be ashamed of herself.
Did Dr. Jacobs assign any diagnoses to Amber Heard?
She did.
What?
Early on, she diagnosed her with panic disorder.
Panic disorder?
And then
Okay.
with post-traumatic stress.
And post. Oh my god. Please.
And did Dr. Jacobs diagnose Amber Heard with borderline personality disorder?
No, she didn't.
Of course not.
Histrionic personality disorder?
No, she didn't.
Of course not.
And
You
is
see, this is how fucked up this is. We have one doctor saying one thing and another doctor saying a completely different thing. This jury is literally going to have to decide who they believe more or not. Whose evidence, this is a sham. They got someone to sit up here and say the exact opposite of everything Dr. Curry just said. So now they're saying she does not have borderline. She does not have histrionic. She has panic disorder. Bitch, please. This is...
Important. It's very important when we're trying to figure out the course of somebody's illness, the course of somebody's psychiatric difficulties. As I stated, or I don't think I got to state.
You want us to just believe she's a normal, functioning human fucking being after everything we've seen, heard with our own ears.
Okay. You also stated that you reviewed Dr. Connor Collins' treatment notes, correct?
Correct.
And you also read his deposition testimony?
Correct.
And you had, how long of a collateral interview with him?
I believe it was 2 hours.
Okay. And what did you get from
from all of that better. So by the time that she gets to Dr. Connell Cohen, which is
She's referring to
2014,
notes
I
of
believe,
other
September
doctors.
2014,
She didn't start
when
meeting with
Dr.
her
Pippa
till what,
comes on scene.
2018,
This, her psychological
2019.
functioning is significantly deteriorated. She's suffering more
Y'all
anxiety,
playing telephone
more
with paperwork.
sleeplessness, more agitation, more emotional dysregulation, this fluctuation in moods. And when you sort of look at the records of what happened in those first 2 years from Dr. Jacobs,
We
and now
saw a
have
little bit
up to
before
Dr.
when
Connell
she was
Cohen,
talking about the
and all of
essay.
incidents
We really
that she
did
was
see
exposed
a
to,
little bit of the
including
performance.
sexual
We're about
violence
to
and
get on
coercive
the stand
control.
come
It
tomorrow.
makes sense to me that her status for
Wow.
psychological functioning has deteriorated. And in Dr. Connell Cohen's notes, that's what he's.
I wonder who's gonna play Elaine in like the film adaptation of this whole situation. She has like very frantic energy to me. Who do we think could play her? Let me know what you think in the comments. She is a very special woman, and I don't mean that in a good way. Okay. The black tights. Let me not. I'm gonna stop.
What, if any, dynamics and coping styles are connected to the substance abuse by Mr. Depp?
So they share similarities. There's a lot of lying when somebody's a substance abuser. There's a lot of hiding. There's a lot of concealment. There's a lot of rationalization. There's a lot of blame. Blaming your partner for your inability to stay clean and sober. There's a lot of the promises to change and the promises to get better. So a lot of these dynamics sort of co-occur, in a situation of substance abuse and domestic violence. They're very similar.
I heard Amber do all of that through the audio.
Is that the majority of the violent episodes and
I'm gonna
sexually
try to do
violent
better.
episodes were in these alcohol and drug-fueled rages. That was predominantly when those happened.
The abuse was when Amber was in these alcohol and drug-fused rages, running around on 2 bottles of wine a goddamn day on Ambien. Take your ass to sleep. Go to sleep. You take Ambien, you're supposed to go to sleep. They just want to humiliate him before Amber gets up on the stand. They want to humiliate him because Amber...
Objection, speculation, yeah.
Hold up, what did she say? They just want to humiliate him before she gets up on the stand, pretty much. So that she can make herself feel better because she hates how she's looking in the press and the media right now. And she does not like that Johnny is getting positive coverage. So all this shit is just so that you're going to start seeing all these headlines all of a sudden. But what did she say?
Predominantly when those happened. When he wasn't in those stages, we still saw the excessive jealousy and the coercive control and the
Did I go
possessive.
back?
Have you formed, based on your experience and based on your 29 hours,
Hold up.
Objection, speculation, yeah.
I don't want to miss it. I wanted to hear what she said.
Amber Heard leave the relationship?
Why didn't Amber Heard leave? Johnny's like, yeah, why?
Objection, speculation, yeah.
Oh?
Have you formed, based on your experience and based on your 29 hours clinical evaluation of Amber Heard, what is your understanding of why Amber Heard didn't leave the relationship?
Objection.
Objection.
Good disclosure.
It clearly is not. I mean, it's clearly indisclosure. Point to whether you say it's not. I mean, yeah.
Look at Johnny. Look at Vasquez. A lot of people are saying those two look cute together, Johnny and Vasquez, but apparently Vasquez is married. Johnny really shouldn't be dating anybody right now, in my honest opinion. But they're cute. But she's married. What is going on? Elaine is like, what? Let me not talk about this lady. Okay, she's back at it.
Now, you indicated that your main opinion was that Amber Heard's report of violence and abuse in her relationship with Mr. Depp is consistent with what is known as intimate partner violence, correct?
That's correct.
Oh my god, here we go.
Why did you believe that Amber Heard, what formed your basis of that opinion? In a nutshell.
Ask and answer, Your Honor.
This
The basis
judge.
of the opinion was looking at all the dynamics of.
What does she just want him? She just wants her to list all the things that Amber said Johnny did again. So, for effect. Asked and answered. What obsessive jealousy, bitch? The choking behavior?
Those are all, as I stated, very significant and often.
During this trial, they have brought up choking and this cavity fucking search out of nowhere.
And looking at all
Just
those,
fucking low.
That's what tipped the scales, that even though she yelled and said some horrible things and hit him, never was able to.
She
shift
says
the
she
balance of
yelled,
power and control.
said some horrible things, and hit him. There was no balance of control. There was an unbalance of control. So did she just admit that Amber Heard hit him? That's why we're here. So even though she yelled and hit her, doesn't mean that she's in the wrong because she's a woman. And it was an unfair situation because she's a woman.
Defamatory statements made by Mr. Depp through Mr. Waldman, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Objection, compound leading.
Just, thank you, thank you. Could you please
Thank
tell
you,
the
thank
jury
you.
what psychological impact these statements had on Amber Heard?
Oh my God.
Yes, so there were 3 statements that I evaluated.
Amber, give it up.
Check my notes to give you the dates in my recollection so that you can.
Did Dr. Curry refer to notes? I don't recall Dr. Curry doing this.
I'm sorry.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
So
But I
there
thought
were
we
3
weren't supposed to read.
statements, April 8th, 2020, April 27th, 2020. and
Objection, reading.
2020 that I queried her about and asked her about. The one that, what happens is if somebody who, like Ms. Heard, has trauma-based symptoms and PTSD, we say that PTSD is a P-based disorder. There are things that happen in the environment that trigger it and make it worse.
She's feigning PTSD up in this court case every time her side brings up sexual abuse or anything like that. She wants to act like she's about to break down and cry. Feigning. Otherwise, her face is like this.
At that time, become more intense and more severe. So she would have more intrusive thoughts, more nightmares, more sleeplessness.
Please.
More difficulty engaging with other people, depression, sadness.
You couldn't sleep because you were drinking so
And all of
goddamn
that would
much.
happen when one of these statements came out. The one that was, the most difficult was the one where they said that her sexual violence
Objection, Your
was a
Honor.
hoax.
Her sexual violence is a hoax.
Please continue.
The one that was most difficult for Ms. Heard was the statement about calling her sexual violence a hoax. As I stated
Look at her.
earlier, most women
Making that
try
face.
very,
Feigning. Malingering. Oh, you want to shake your head, huh?
in a box, very
This is an
reserved,
act.
Not want to talk about it.
An
not wanna,
act.
Have anything related to it come up. And, she's done, by my estimation, her coping, although she suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder, she also has a high degree of coping strategies. But when this would happen,
What are Amber's coping strategies? Hitting, kicking, spitting, throwing shit, drinking a whole bunch of wine, taking Ambien, magic mushrooms, MDMA, inviting men over to her house while her husband is at work. Look at her. No, she is not. No, she is not.
Dr. Hughes, are all of your opinions that
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. They're shams. Lies.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a good time to go ahead and break for the day. We can have cross-examination and the direct.
Wow.
Of this
Look at Amber.
So, if you could have a.
That is the end. We will do cross-examination tomorrow. Who knows how long that is going to last, if Amber's going to get on the stand tomorrow, but wow. I hope you're pleased with yourself, Dr. Hughes / Dr. Curry. Wow. Lies. Look at the judge. She just seems amused, confused, just...
All right, Dr. Hughes, since you're still in the middle of your testimony, please don't discuss your testimony with anybody, including attorneys, okay? And anything that you looked at, referenced during your direct examination, if you could just turn that over so we can review that before cross-examination, okay?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Take that back with her.
We can get copies of it.
Oh no, why don't you want them to have the notes?
We'll make sure to get copies of it, so.
Yeah.
Get copies of it so you keep her originals.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right? Okay, well, no, we're not talking right now. Of course, it's actually, thank you.
Yep, exactly. No, we don't want your copies. Make the fucking copies here.
Tomorrow at 10 a.m., correct? All right, thank you.
Your doctor shit. What did she just throw that at him for? Did she just wave him away? Did y'all see that? Wow. Look at Johnny. The three musketeers. Look at Elaine. Rushing out the door. Rushing to the stand. Johnny does not want to be near this woman. Ill, ill, ill. Wow. And Amber is still in the courtroom. I think that's her new PR guy over there, who apparently has a strong dislike of Johnny and has had it out for him. That guy with the bald head. Wow. Amber, it's about to be your turn. She's seriously dressed like Johnny Depp from the Met Gala. And the Met was yesterday. And she wishes she could have been there, but instead you're here in court. That's legit her PR guy. He's probably like, you did really good. The headlines tomorrow are going to be great. She did awesome. How much did we pay her again? It was worth it. We're going to get those headlines. Johnny thought that he had all the support. Now I'm going to get the support. Yeah. She's probably like, have you looked on Twitter? What are people saying? What's going on? Are they talking about how badly he treated me and how he's disgusting yet? Wow. Look at Rottenborn. Get the fuck out. This is unfucking believable. Unbelievable. Who is this lady in the blue? Part of PR? Wow. What is taking them so long to leave? Thank you, Mr. Chu. Okay. And she's off with a smile, thinking she did wonders today. And that's the end of today, you guys. That was some bullshit. That was some literal fucking bullshit. They literally brought this doctor out. She said the exact opposite of Dr. Curry. All of a sudden, Amber has PTSD. Doesn't have borderline, doesn't have histrionic, but has panic. Negating everything that Dr. Curry is saying. Literally everything. Talking about all these examples of physical, verbal, mental abuse, sexual abuse. Just trying to humiliate this man, trying to tee it up for Amber to come in here and do her fucking act, in which that we literally just saw bits and pieces of her trying to do with the like face of her like about to cry and like doing her mouth all weird. And then the PR guy, he's inappropriate. Like, he seems really skeezy to me. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if all of a sudden she starts hooking up with this guy or some shit, because that's the type of bitch she is. It's day one of Amber's team. Elaine is a fucking mess. She needs to go home and take an Ambien or two so she can get her mind the fuck together and figure out who the fuck she's actually talking to and speaking to. Why does she have Dr. Curry on the brain so much? This is madness. You want to talk about fucking incidents with abuse, you want to talk about the plane fucking incident, but just after the plane incident, nobody saw shit on her. She went to the hotel, Chateau Marmont, hanging out by the pool, by the beach, conspiring and shit. Not by the beach, by the pool, conspiring. Nurses didn't see shit on her. They would have reported this shit if there was actual fucking abuse. It's part of their job. So again, they're going with the degrading of Johnny's character and trying to make him seem like this awful fucking person while bringing up new shit, like this whole cavity search thing. That doesn't even fucking sound right. I cannot even imagine Johnny doing some shit like that. Like, it's just, it's unfathomable. My bad, my phone like died recording all of this, but yeah. This is crazy. What am I gonna do with this? Let's see. Alright, that'll do. But yeah, it's unfathomable for them to be like bringing this new bullshit, saying that she did this, that Johnny choked her and did a cavity search. It's fucking bullshit. I wanted to quickly see, since the day is done, what are people saying? What are people saying? Amber Heard's witness mentioned the December 15th, 2015 violence. Here's a picture of her the day after. They also said she had 2 bruises and was pushed, shoved, kicked, and more. No, she said she had a broken nose, 2 black eyes, and a busted lip. He literally stood on her back. And this was Amber Heard that day. Nothing. Nothing on her. I guess they're gonna try to say there's a whole bunch of Amika cream and Milani palette going on here that she carried on her every fucking day. Just bullshit. What else is going on? Dr. Curry. A lot of Dr. Curry stands. And now there's a Dr. Curry, Dr. Hughes. People are so fucking quick. Actually, it's the Court TV guy. He's changed his name to Dr. Curry, Dr. Hughes. He's funny as fuck. Whoever's behind that, they're funny. Wow. To all those who doubt Miss Heard, she was about to cry today. Hope that makes you happy. Laughing my ass off. I can't. Mm, 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 mm. I was worried about this witness. I thought she was a professional who could work with facts and research. It turned out she was just a feminist who hated men. Next, yep, because she consistently made the victim a woman and used the female terms and pronouns, and made the abuser the man and made the male pronouns and terms. Consistently, like, come on. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. I feel like my brain needs a good deep massage. I've been watching, for you guys who like ASMR, I've kind of just gotten into it, but there's this channel on YouTube called ASMR Twix. It's ASMR TWIX. And I think they're over like in Japan or Korea, and they go to like these different head spas and stuff like that. And you get scalp massages, like migraine massages, and they look like it looks like pure heaven and bliss. Like they're massaging all in here. Imagine someone like massaging all in your scalp like this, all in your neck and the back of your neck like this. Go watch them. It's beautiful. Oh my god, it like relaxes me, and I actually feel the tingles. Like you're supposed to get the tingles from the ASMR stuff. Like I actually feel the tingles over on that channel. But yeah, I'm gonna go try to mellow myself out from this bullshit of a day. They're gonna do the cross tomorrow. And then I guess it'll go into redirect, and then Amber's going to get up on the stand. But we'll see how it plays out. Think about liking, think about subscribing. If not, I completely understand, but I'll catch you guys a little bit later. Bye.